freedom of speech is absolutely barely there. And I say mainly we're to be blamed because if you don't practice your God-given rights, well, you lose them. But a lot of it has to do with, of course, the Biden regime and Hussein Obama regime and the regime before that. But also, a huge part of it is us, not because we're not practicing it. Because sometimes, and by us, I don't mean Americans or conservatives or Christian. No, I mean journalists, hosts, broadcasters, news anchors, whatever we want to call ourselves. Media people. How about that? Uh, sometimes we have this habit to become bigger, more popular, to get more clicks, more donations, more sponsors, whatever the case might be. What do? We kind of sort of jump into these little bubbles of lies, fake information, misinformation, disinformation, too many words to use. And then when we're already big with millions of followers, most of them just taking whatever we say and run with it, as I said at the end of last segment, we need to be very careful of how our information is affecting the country, affecting our goal, mission, rights. Most importantly, the freedom of speech right. Again, I have talked about this millions of times that our First Amendment in America it's a very well. Our Second Amendment is absolutely doesn't exist anywhere else. U.S. is the only country with that amendment. But even our First Amendment is a very, very rare collection of rights. Where am I going with this? The one and only Candace Owens. I have talked about Candace Owens before. Candace Owens started kind of sort of coming out about 2 years ago talking about how she's been asked to talk about Islam and it's not her forte. So she's going to look into it and see what I can do. I don't remember how many I lost count, but my phone was blowing up on X back then, Twitter, with people tagging me like, hey, Candace, here's your expert. Here's your expert. Yes, I am the expert. Here's the expert. But she decided, for whatever reason, she decided to invite Imam of Peace, the Iranian Shia Imam from Australia, to be the guest on her show to talk about the issue of Islam. After that, I reached out myself, tweet messages, whatever ways I could. I said, I appreciate you had him on. Do you mind giving a chance to the other side? Again, it's not about me. Any other ex-Muslim. Do you mind giving us a chance to counter what you allowed Imam of Peace saying on your show? Never heard back, of course, clearly. So we continued the one-sided tunnel vision of Imam of Peace talking about religion of peace and lying about it. And then she had this 2 hours long of interview with us, what she called her buddy, forgot his last name, Tate, whatever Tate. The guy who is now under investigation with his brother for sex trafficking and selling women and paying for women and all that crime, actively under investigation, who also converted to Islam. 2 hours of him sitting there saying, I didn't do anything wrong. Yep, converting to Islam helped me being able to do a lot of things that Christianity wouldn't allow me. Go watch it. I'm not willing to watch it again. I watched it twice. Once because I didn't believe what people saying. Second time because I was like pausing and replaying. I'm like, did he just say that? Anyways, fast forward until last week or this week, early this week, Candace Owens decided to apologize to all Muslims in America and across the world, starting by saying that after September 11, when she was 11 years old, she started being brainwashed at the school about Muslims and Islam and how Muslims are all terrorists and jihadis and Islam is all about this and that. And then the society started doing this Islamophobic act anyways. Before I lose my cool, as always, she goes on and on and on and apologizes for being... So, listen up here. Candace Owens, I have personally, as an ex-Muslim, former child bride from Islamic Republic of Iran, who has read the Quran more than 75 times in languages of Arabic, English, and Farsi, raised by a sheikh and a mother who was a teacher of Quran. I have given you plenty of chances to give me a microphone to debate you or Tate or anybody else who claims Islam is this shiny future of humanity. And you have refused to even acknowledge my request. So let's do this publicly. Ma'am, stick to your topic. I don't even know what is your topic, but stick to it. Islam isn't your topic. You want to apologize to Muslims for the terrible treatment they have received from us Christians, conservatives, Western people. Do it on your own behalf. I owe nobody an apology. You know why? Because I didn't go buy a 13-year-old girl from her father as a Christian, rape her every day, beat her every day, slave her every day. No, it was a Muslim man in Iran who bought me at age 13 from my Muslim sheikh father. So if anybody owes anybody an apology, I think you should start apologizing to all the ex-Muslims, especially women and girls, who have suffered and continue suffering under oppression of Islam and Sharia. I'm not asking for your apology because your apology will not make a difference in my life. It doesn't. Thank the Lord I was saved. I healed through God's forgiveness. But next time you want to use your millions of follower platforms to promote Islamization, you may want to think twice. Some of us normally mind our own business, do our own teaching based on facts. Like, again, pointing at, let me bring this up. This, you see, this is the book I teach from. This is the system of Islamic laws. I have notes. I have read it. I have translated it. I've talked about it on my shows. I've talked about it, broken it down on my public speeches. Right? We do our own thing. You need to start doing your own thing. But if you want to start becoming another mouthpiece for Islamization in America, I will gladly add you to the list of Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, Keith Allison, Hussein Obama, and the rest of them. By the way, there are 281 Islamic Sharia obeying representatives in the United States of America, from local to state to federal. So sorry if I'm not naming all of you. I'm not being Islamophobe. Good for you, for all of you, to break the record of being the first Muslim this and first Muslim that. But Candace, you're officially added to my anti-American list. I don't care how many millions of people call you a hero, a patriot. You're not. Unless, one, as Robert Spencer, director of Jihad Watch, said, you show us the proof. How did he say it? Give us the name of the teacher who brainwashed you after September 11. Give us the name of the school you went to that was absolutely telling you Muslims are all terrorists, because Live Up to Freedom, every rescue case we do is actually a Muslim. We rescue Muslim people from Sharia system. Well, but I guess we sit here and say all Muslims. We don't have a problem with Muslims. We've got a problem with Islam, which is the toolbox that can be used by Muslim, by those who decide to become Muslims. Hey, by those who never become a Muslim, but just use it because they can. So let me put this back because it's in my way. And because I talk with my hands flying all over the place, I don't want to hit it. You want to be a mouthpiece for them. It's your choice. That's all right. But here's a very quick version, and I'm not going to even make it too complicated because it doesn't take much to brainwash you, apparently. It had, 3 interviews with 3 Muslims, and now you're a Muslim. I mean, just let me know when you're going to come out with Allahu Akbar coming out of your mouth. So I can pick a good hijab for you, lady. But here's how it goes. If you promote Islam, you go against every single Judeo-Christian values of America. Simply. There are so many samples I can give you, but I give you very few of them. Quran 5:51. Oh, you who have believed, O Muslims, do not take Christians and Jews as your allies, because they are each other's allies, and those who take them as allies will not have Allah's guidance. Last I checked, you claimed to be a Christian. I'm just wondering, why would you want to take them as your allies when they are strictly told by their own Allah not to take you as an ally? Here's another Judeo-Christian value they don't believe in. Jesus was nothing but a prophet of Islam. Oh, you who have believed, do not commit excess in your belief, and do not say the three, referring to Trinity. How's that for Islam? Being a wonderful thing for us to practice and get along with and love. You see, I don't mind. Again, freedom of speech gives us the freedom of speech, right? Sit there and say whatever you want to say. But there are two problems. As I said, first of all, don't you dare apologize to Muslims on my behalf. As I said, I am owed a lot of apologies by Muslims. I am. From my past to my present, as of right moment, this very sitting moment here, I have 12 bounties on my head. You know who issued them? Muslims. Not a single bounty on my head was issued by a non-Muslim. Just saying. Just saying. Do your homework, woman. I know you're fancy, and I know you have writers and researchers for every show you do. Have one of them sit there and research. Again, you can afford it. That book, Reliance of the Traveler, you can buy it on Amazon for about $280 or $250 if it's used. Grab one of those, have one of your researchers sit there and read through it. Just read through it. I'll make it easy for you. Just have them read through one chapter of it. The chapter of jihad. Where it starts, the very first sentence says, jihad is a holy war against non-Muslims. Oops. Whoops. Wait. Huh? We said all Muslims are jihadists? No. We said Islam obligates every Muslim to be a jihadist. And it's written in this very book. They're right there. This ain't brainwash. It's facts. It's evidence. It's the truth. One way or another, for whatever reason, you have decided to be an apologist. Again, good for you. But I will hold you accountable with such a big name, Candace, you have out there. Such a big followers you have out there. Such claims as an American-loving patriot, a Christian mother out there. Watch your steps when it comes to the arena of Islam and Sharia. Because most of the time, it's very hard to walk back from that path. There are examples out there, many of them, who decided to support Islamization, who decided to go along. And then when they came to realize the reality and they started going the opposite direction, well, there are heavy consequences. Did I mention I have 12 bounties, girl? I kid you not. I didn't choose to be a Muslim. I was born, Allah Akbar, in years, she's Muslim. But then when I walked away from Islam, automatically I was considered an ex-Muslim who is now committing muharaba, which means waging war against Allah, and she shall be killed. End of story. So be careful. Part of me is telling you to be careful, watch your back, where you're going with this whole Islam good. I'm sorry, Muslim people, we're terrible people for treating you with Islamophobia. Another part of me is telling you to do not use your platform to misguide our fellow Americans who are recently, barely tiny baby steps are coming to realize the dangers of Islam. Don't do that. But if you want to continue doing it, then we're going to have this back and forth conversation where you do your thing, I will grab your stuff, I will correct you on your mistakes, and then we're just going to have fun with that. Because remember, starting 2016, I've done that. I've done that with Linda Sarsour. I've done that with Rashida Tlaib. I've done that with Ilhan Omar. Do you really want your name on the same list as these people? I mean, be my guest. That's all right. You know what I do? That's what I do. I sit here as many hours as I can possibly do, and I tell people the truth about all the sugar-coated lies that is spreading out there about Islam. So if I have to add your list into my list, I'm sorry, your name to my list, we can do that. That's all. Oh, that feels much better. Much, much better. We did it. And as I said, I had to name names because, I mean, we got plenty of people out there doing the whole Islam religion of peace. Let me correct that sentence. Islam religion of peace. One, Islam not a religion. Remember that. It does have a portion of religion where it tells you how to do your prayer, how many times, what to eat, what. Others say 51% of, did you know 51% of Quran, 51% of Quran is about how to deal with non-Muslims. 51% of a religious holy book tells the followers of that religion, if somebody is not a Muslim, give them a chance to become a Muslim. If they refuse, kill them. If they're Christians or Zoroastrian, give them a chance to become a dhimmi, second-class citizen. When they run out of money to pay you for protection, then give them the final option again, convert or die. So 51% of this religious holy book is about convert or kill people. I don't know how you call the religion, I doubt. As far as peace is concerned, again, in the book of Quran, in the book of Sirah, in the book of Hadith, in the book of Reliance of the Traveler, which is a collection of the sacred Islamic laws, every single one translates jihad, the word jihad, one mandatory obligated, you're obligated, you have to commit jihad. You want the best place in heaven, you got to do the jihad. And they all described it as holy war against non-Muslims. There you go. Okay, I think I just went on and on and on, didn't I? Well, I'm pretty good at that. Okay, perfect. So we got that done. I'm not going to hold my breath for Candace Owens to retract or not apologize on my behalf, or possibly contact me and say, hey, come on my show, let's debate this. Because if I do that, I shall not be on this earth much longer. But I will pray that somehow, somewhere, she take a moment and listen to our Lord and Savior's guidance when it comes to this very dark topic that she has decided to step into. Let me do the last plug-in. If you want to support this broadcast, this program, here are a few options. liveuptofreedom.com. liveuptofreedom.com. That's where our website is, right? Go in there, grab all the videos, articles, pictures, whatever you see there, and spread the message. Sharing. That's one way to support us, because you get the voice out, get the message out. If you want to take care of your health and, kind of sort of be involved with more organic stuff, right there on the screen, you see it. Their product is 100% organic. I don't have an ad for them to run yet, but I'm going to do a read for them. You go to cyrusorganic.com. Cyrus, my last name, cyrusorganic.com. 100% organic. I've been using their product since 2018, and I know many of you have asked me, what do I do to have this hair and this skin? There you have it. That's where I get the hair and the skin. Of course, the genes are there too. I'm not going to disregard that. Cyrusorganic.com. When you purchase through that link, you get discount. A portion of your purchase will come back to Live Up to Freedom, and then we can continue doing this programming, which I'm hoping you're enjoying, and I'm hoping it's helping wake people up to the truth of one of the top main dangers, which is Islamization. Last but not least, I need to give a shout out to our wonderful, amazing, talented producer. This is our first program with him producing it, which makes life so easy. Hey, I've been just talking, going on, and he's been doing all the magical work and making me look good. Thank you, Greg, for everything you've done today, and I look forward to many, many more programs with you. Appreciate you. And our audience, you stayed. You didn't run, you didn't mute it, you didn't say, oh, this thing again. So thank you. Thank you for your willingness to hear the truth, and hopefully from here, sharing the truth with those who missed it. I need you to stay safe. I need you to stay vigilant. And let's all pray that may God save America. Thank you so much. See you the next time. Goodbye. Well, hello, everybody. It's Annie Cyrus. Welcome to my artist studio where all the magic happens. This is the station for painting, and that is the station for all the resin art I do. If you want to check out my art, all you gotta do is go to lutfstudio.com. Finish this painting, but I'm sure, or at least I hope, I'll see you at lutfstudio.com.